What up, what up, what up, what up? Hello, everybody. We breaking basketball. Mega. Hopefully, we get some animals in this one. Some animal picks. Some worthy autos. We're not saying where the autos in this one. Let's get started. No teams left. Which heads up are we talking about? Oh, you might be talking to our messages man. It's our guy Blah. Holding it down. Taking care of all the behind the scenes things. A legend. Living legend. Alright. Let's see what we can make happen this time. Let's see if we can get some fire in this place. Already top 100. Oh yeah. After a strong start. Appreciate that, Blah. Jordan Poole. LaMelo Ball on the court side. Zach LaVine. OG Anunoby. 85 out of 99. Alright, cool. Glad he was able to get that to you and you were able to get that in on time. So we're good to go. Alex Sarr, Jared McCain on the silver, Stephon Castle on the cracked ice, Buck Carrington, and the coldest, Ice Tray Young. Jalen Green, welcome to Phoenix and stuff. Zach Edey, definitely not Zach LaVine. Neon Icons, Victor Wembanyama. There's Kaishan George. Courtside cracked ice with Drew Holiday. Bilal Coulibaly on the court side. And Terrence Shannon Jr. Drew Holiday back in Portland again, second time around. This time he might actually dribble a basketball in a Trailblazer jersey. It's funny because the guy he got foot for is now his teammate over in Portland. Just funny how how all that works out. The NBA is Very interesting place than it wants to be. Luka Doncic is teammates with the #1 pick from his draft class, even though he probably should have been the #1 pick in the draft class. Holiday got traded from Damian Lillard, and we said what? A few years later, he's on the same team as him. The same Damian Lillard he shut down back in New Orleans when him and Rondo put the clamps on Lillard and McCollum and sent them bad boys. Johnny Furphy, body of the summer. Johnny Furphy, Alex Sarr on the green, Luka Doncic, Jaylen Brown, Neon Icons of Zachary Risachet on the green. That's a fire hit. We'll show that a little bit of love a little bit later on. Low Boozy Vert, Montas Buzelis, another Buzelis, Silver Zachary Risachet, and Jason Tatum. Get well soon. They can put some respect back on the man. They dropped them out of like a bunch of top 10 lists, which, you know, not going to play for a season, so I get that. It makes sense. But when you come back, get the respect put back on your name, sir. Zach LaVine, Trae Young on the cracked ice court side. Jason Tatum again, Reed Shepherd, Jonathan Mogbo, Dame Lillard on the silver, Ty Maxey, and Khalil Ware on the cracked ice court side. Khalil is going to be a breakout this year. I think we see a big year from Khalil Ware this year. Miami is probably going to be looking for some offense. I'm not saying they're going to open up the floor and run everything through Khalil, but they might give him a little longer leash to try some of the things that he is capable of doing. Knocking down the jump shot, maybe making some short roll decisions, maybe a little two-man game with him and Bam, with Bam playing the 4 and being able to throw that lob pass so Khalil can go get it. I think there's some potential there. A decent little ceiling on Khalil Ware. Just needs an opportunity to play. Nikola Topic, Yuki Karamura, Kyrie Irving, Donovan Clingan on the court side. He's going to have to keep his job this year. Victor Wembanyama on the cracked ice, Stephon Castle. Donovan Clingan might have... If Hanson Yang can translate to the regular season as well as he played in the summer, Kling Kong might be in... He might be in the market for a new place to stay. Maybe a New Jersey to play in. He's going to fight for his job. He's going to have to fight for his job. Hanson Yang looks legit. In terms of the passing, the shooting, if he can move his feet in space and guard in space, oh man. Because the shot blocking is there. Load Stars, SGA, your league MVP. John Morant. Jalen Wells, Jamal Shed on the auto. Nice little youth explosion. To John Saloon, Anthony Davis, Ron Holland, AJ Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard. The season needs to hurry up and get here, man. The season needs to hurry up and get here. You think Kling going to be the backup to Hanson, but not till his third season? I can see that. I don't think you throw Hanson in right away, So here's what it kind of resembles to me. And obviously, the Temu version, very third world version of this. But it kind of looks similar to the Denver situation where Nurkic was their guy until they saw exactly what they had in Jokic. If you recall, they were both drafted the same year. Jokic just stayed overseas as a draft and stash. He was second round pick, the greatest second round pick of all time. But Nurkic was their guy. He was supposed to be, I think his nickname was Bosnian Boogie. They thought he'd be like the Marcus Cousins light or something like that, which clearly didn't happen. But where we had a guy, he looked like our guy. He's not sans talent, but this dude over here looks like something a little different. It kind of reminds me of that to an extent. Obviously, the gap isn't as wide as it was with Jokic and Nurkic, but it looks like the talent of Hanson Yang could get him on the floor sooner than later and push our guy Clean Kong out the way. Chet Holmgren on the silver. De'Aaron Fox 58 out of 275, especially with the new bargaining agreement and having to pay certain people because Clean gonna be up for contract before Yang is. Like, it could come down to, like you said, in 3-4 years where, we got to make a decision. We get offense and defense here. Maybe slightly better defense with this other guy. But how Hanson Yang opens up the floor for the offense. I mean, if he comes over and he, like what the bonus was when he first hit Portland, even at 82 years old, if he can resemble that to where you get stretch five, you get a good passing big, you get a guy that'll rebound and defend, that's worth it. Cam Thomas. Hot stars, Kevin Durant. Welcome to Houston. Jamal Murray. Denver's going to be a problem this next year, too. I'm looking forward to see what Portland does, though. Because they got there's some talent there. We'll see if Chauncey can really coach. Donovan Clingan. Because he needs to be able to do something with the talent he has over there. So we'll really get to see if Chauncey can coach or not. I think he can, but this will be a good opportunity to see it. Utilize all that talent over there. Also get an opportunity to see how well Scoot Henderson sits under the learning tree. Drew Holiday on the defensive end to learn from, and Dame Lillard on the offensive end to learn from. Even though Dame's got the Achilles issue, pick his brain in terms of the pick and roll reads. Dame's one of the better ones in the association with that. Maybe get some of the shooting prowess. Not saying he'll be able to execute the same way Dame Lillard does, but at least get a couple of shooting tips that you can catch from Dame. Also, Iguodala, Kyrie Irving, Bronny James had a good summer, Darius Garland, and Jalen Green on the cracked dice. You need the Blazers to make the playoffs run. I think. Got Panini points. I think I have 150. So we'll randomize these at the conclusion of the break. I think they're playing. I think they're a possible playing team. I think that there's some potential for playing there for Portland this season for sure. They stay healthy. We figure Denny Avdia, Shane Sharp. Offense is going to be where the questions really happen, right? Can Shaden Sharp take the lead? Are they going to utilize the talent that they have and actually get that offense vibing? You know, defense is going to have to lead the offense in a lot of ways. But I think Shaden Sharp should be your number one in terms of your top offensive option. But if you can run things through a hub like Hansen, use backdoor cuts, use misdirection in terms of getting Shaden Sharp on the move and things of that nature, you have possibilities there. Matas Buzelis on the hot stars, Keontae George, Devin Booker, 169 out of 275. Supposedly he's playing PG this year, which is goofy as all hell. Get a real point guard. Him and Jalen Green in the backcourt. Playing your turn, my turn. They're going to need a pass-heavy motion offense, and I think having someone, I think that's why I think Yang gets in there sooner rather than later, because he can be a hub for that. You don't have to be heliocentric with Scoop, because I don't think that's going to work. He's not quite ready for that yet. But motion offense, the ball moving a lot of picks, a lot of screens, a lot of back picks, a lot of off-ball stuff. You know, utilize the IQ of a Denny Avdia, utilize the IQ of a Drew Holiday, utilize the athleticism and the ability to move off ball of a Shaden Sharp, utilize the passing of a Hanson Yang, you know, utilize the cutting of a Tamari Kamara. You know, let him attack the basket off dives. They have options, bro. They have ways that they can really pull this whole thing together and, if not beat a lot of teams, at least be a problem. Like, I don't want to see Portland tonight. I don't want to see them young dudes, if I'm coming off a back-to-back or this is my, third game in 5 days, I don't want them to be against the Blazers. Them dudes are going to play defense. Them kids are going to run. We got to keep up with all the movement they have going on. And they could surprise a lot of teams. They can bite some teams in the ass just off the fact that they are playing good team ball on both ends. Lodestars, Wardell, 67 out of 99. Steph Curry on the Lodestars. Very nice. Yeah, there's potential there. There's potential there. Portland kind of has an opportunity to really, really turn this thing around sooner rather than later. Jaden Ivey. Hopefully he is back to 100%. Look like him and Cade, they kind of figured out something together over in Detroit. And they're going to need some pop with Malik Beasley. Doing Malik Beasley things. Yeah, this season is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun season. It's going to be a very, very fun season. Very interesting. East. You just want that draft pick. It's going to be a very fun season out East, being as wide open as it is. No Hallie, no Tatum. Bless you. That's hilarious. East is wide open. No Hallie, no Tatum. Cavs should be your top two seeds over there. For Orlando, with the moves they made, there's a possibility there. It's just open for teams to really, really shift and make a run for it. Atlanta has an opportunity to. Obviously, a lot of that will depend on the health of that team as a whole. What kind of leap can Detroit make this coming year? Is Giannis going to give it one more go? And can they put the pieces around him to make that happen? Philly's a team with health questions. They're also a team with a lot of assets. If they decide to start moving pieces around, if it looks like Joel Embiid is going to stay in bed, we might want to flip one of these guards before we got to pay him. Ty Maxey, Edgecombe, Jared McCain if he's back 100%. Start moving some stuff around, man. It's just going to be a fun season. Devin Carter, Enrique Freeman, Derek Lively, Jacoby Walter, Cam Thomas. Brooklyn will be fun to watch too. Load Stars, Alex Sarr, Paulo Banchero. Brooklyn's going to be fun because Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas are going to put up everything they touch. There's not a shot that won't go to the rim. There's not a possession that will get swung or passed to anyone else on that team with those two. And it's crazy because they drafted like 5 playmakers this year, which, you know, they need to figure that out too. So once that ball touches MPJ or Cam Thomas's hands, it is flying. Go get the rebound. Bob, do you know anything about their prospects for next year? Like, who do you want to come play for your Bulls if you guys can get that pick? Devin Carter? I don't know why that was sitting that way. As if that was autographed or something. Jalen Green, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr on the silver, Larry Markkinen, Ryan Dunn, Jason Tatum, and Kawhi Leonard. Clippers might be interesting too. Clippers might be interesting. Just as like what the hell is going to happen type of interesting. Ah, okay, I see what you're saying. SGA, Alex Sarr, Darius Garland, Jared McCain, Cody Williams, Jonathan Monbo, Ariel Hukporte, 101 out of 275. Low-key color match with the orange, with the Knicks orange there. Brody on the court side. Who do you got to break, Andrew? DeRozan, Pell Larson, Ant-Man, Brody, Dean Bona. Load stars of Jason Tatum, Clean Call, Paulo Banchero, Jacoby Walter, Ty Halley, Braun, Klay Thompson, Bronny Jr., and Terrence Shannon Jr. Wow, when are you gonna leave that team, bro? When are you gonna get a real team? Jokic, Reed Shepard, Kyle Filipowski, Scottavius Barnes, the greatest card art ever. Keyshawn George, Tristan Da Silva, Zachary Reese-Shea, Silver, Nikola Vucevic, Nick Bush, and another Brody. Or Brody. Is Jordan doing play-by-play on NBC or on NBA TV? Anthony Edwards on the green. Ooh, little podcast P. Go gang. 9 out of 10. Paul George, 1 off the jersey. Not that it matters. He's not gonna play, but still a cool looking card. Darius Garland, Jalen Tyson, Isaiah Collier, Reed Shepard, Spider Mitchell, Jordan Clarkson, and Eve Missy. Look at that. Little gold PG. Little podcast P right here. All right. I'm mad at that. We'll take the short number. Anthony Davis, Dean Bona, Brandon Ingram, The Beard, Draymond, PG, Bub Carrington, and Cody Williams. Got Cade, Eves, Missy, Jordan Clarkson, Paul George, Rob Dillingham, Diate, Chet Holmgren on the court side. See if he can add some positive weight, at least some positive strength. I don't know if he's going to put on actual mass because his frame just doesn't hold it like that, but some anchoring weight so he's not pushed around. Same with Wimby. Put some rocks in your pocket. John Morant, Dame, J-Dub had a good finals. Jared McCain, Reed Shepard, also Iguodala, AJ Johnson, a lot of potential there. There we go. Youth explosion. Little Boozy Bird. Matas Buzelis on the auto. That's a good one. We like that one. We need a Matas. That's fire. Matas Buzelis. There we go. Jaylen Brown, Tristan Da Silva, Clean Calm, Jonathan Mogbo, and Ariel Forte. Curry Shannon, Jamal Murray, Neon Icons of Wardell, Tristan Da Silva, Jordan Poole, Lodestars, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Rui Hachimura. Little trio Lakers there. Keontae George, Dylan Jones, Cade Cunningham on a pink. We like that one. 26 out of 99. Our guy Cade. Jackie Q. Victor Wembanyama. Tyrese Maxey and Jacoby Walter. Jalen Green, Stephon Castle, Bam Adebayo. A healthy Spurs team is going to be nasty defensively as well. This concept that there's no defense being played in the league is, I mean, can we debunk it at this point? Because there's some squads out here that's going to make their bones off just strictly defense. Dealing with Carter Bryant wearing your jersey along with you. Stephon Castle wearing your jersey along with you. And then once you get past those two, dealing with Wendy, cleaning up whatever mess is made. Don't nobody want to deal with that, bro. Nobody want to deal with that. Just like nobody want to deal with OKC all year. Orlando. Smothering folks. Franz Wagner. Aaron Gordon. That's very nice. Alex Sarr on the pink. 52 out of 9er. A couple of rookies hitting. So courtside as well. So yay to that. Devin Carter. He's Missy. KD. Young Bronny. Fred VanVleet. Slide over for Reed Shepard to get some minutes, please. Rob Dillingham and Matas Buzelis on the court side. Davis, Miles Turner, Brandon Ingram, Jalen Wells, Jason Tatum on the court side, Clean Kong, Kobe White, Nikola Topic, Bronny, LaMelo Ball on the silver, and Jules Randle. Zach Edey, Jared McCain, Ryan Dunn on the court side, rookie Jonathan Mogbo, Braun, Chris Paul back in Clipperville, Terrence Shannon, Darren Holmes, Keldon Johnson, Scotty Barnes, Bradley Beal also in Clipperland, Khalil Ware, Clint Kong on the silver, and Jaylen Brown. Curious to see what he looks like as the #1 guy for a whole season in Boston. They went and got Anthony Simons and a shot creation insurance piece. So it's not all Jaylen Brown creating for self. We've seen that show. And it's not the best one that the league has to offer. Zion Williamson, Luka, another Luka, rookie revolution is Zach Edey, Dame, Kevin McCullough, Dame Lillard, Cody Williams, Giannis, Boozy Vert on the silver, Cam Thomas, Hillbilly Mamba over there, Anthony Davis, and Lauri Markkanen on the court side. Yuki Karamura, Cody Williams, Clayton Kong, Zachary Reese-Alshea, Chet Holmgren on the cracked, Montas, Maxey, Markkanen, Jordan Clarkson again, Zach LaVine, Boozy Vert, and Paul George on the cracked ice. Box 16. We still have our Panini points to run them off at the end. So we'll do that before we do our recap. Not a ton of hits, but that's typically how it is in every case. Green leftovers will be sleeved and top loaded off camera. For now, we're just doing autos and numbered cards. Okay, Cunningham, there's AJ Mitchell, J-Dub, Load Stars is Zachary Reese-Alshea, Jordan Clarkson, Dame Lillard, Bub Carrington, Jason Tatum, another PG, courtside cracked, Terrence Shannon, and Jordan Hawkins, Jayhawk. Jordan Clarkson, LeBron James, Clayton Kong, Giannis Antetokounmpo on the silver, LaMelo, Terrence Shannon Jr., Boozy Vert, Trae Young, Kevin Durant, Karamura on the silver, and Jared McCain. 4 boxes left. Our final 4. Anthony Davis, DeJounte Murray, Saloon, Derek White, the Bronny Blueprint, or what should be the Bronny Blueprint, is Derek White. Stephon Castle, Shimano is game after Derek White. 1000%. Rob Dillingham, Bub Carrington, LeBron on the silver, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number hit coming up. I think it's going to be an orange, so we'll see. Khalil Ware, Wemby, J-Dub, KJ Simpson, 142 out of 275. Shout out to our guy Brian Briggs, Giannis Antetokounmpo, KJ on the silver, Giannis again, Kawamura, Aaron Wiggins on the Signature Selections auto. There we go. One of the more underrated rotational players in the league. Good shooter, good at attacking the basket, strong defender, as are a lot of the OKC wings. I like Wiggins. Left. Ware, Triple J, Bub Carrington, Nick Vooch, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Silver Tristan da Silva, Jamal Murray, SGA, Zachary Reese-Shea, Jason Tatum, and Zion Williamson. Bridges, Rudy Gobert, SGA, Bub Carrington, Luka Doncic on the green, Miles Bridges, Anthony Edwards on the cracked ice, AJ Mitchell, Mikal Bridges, and Khalil Ware. All right, 2 boxes left. So box 19 right here. Kyrie Irving. Nikola Jokic. Bradley Beal on the silver. DK Net Splash. Hot Stars of Trae Young. Jalen Tyson on the silver, and Jalen Wells. Khalil Ware, Victor Wembanyama on the green, Domantas Sabonis, LeBron James on the cracked ice, John Morant, Zach LaVine, Joel Embiid, Johnny Furphy, Body of the Summer, Ty Halley, De'Aaron Fox, and Ron Holland, the remix. All right, last box. Desmond Bain, Larry Markkinen, Zachary Reese-Shea, Brandon Ingram, SGA on the Neon Icons, Derek Lively, Austin Reeves, Wardell, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, OG Anunoby, Cade Cunningham, Jacoby Walter, Donovan Clingan. There we go. 6 out of 275 on the orange. Nice way to finish out the break. Alright, we're going to run a random real quick for the Panini points. There's 150 Panini points that popped up on one of our packs. So we're going to set that up real quick. go. Roll our dice. We're gonna move our eBay folks to the Skycam. Alright. We're gonna roll it. Gotta be greater than 5. That is 10 times. That works. So all 32 teams in the NBA are listed here. And we're gonna roll the dice 10 times. 1, 2, all 30 teams. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Charlotte Hornets. The most unlikely of winners. The Charlotte Hornets will get the Panini points. So shout out to the Hornet spot. Congrats to you. Get this replugged. And then we'll do our no cap recap. Alright. Our autos. Select signature of Aaron Wiggins, Matas Buzelis, and Jamal Shead on the youth exposure. Our hits to 275, Donovan Clingan, KJ Simpson, Ariel Hook-Porte, Devin Booker, and De'Aaron Fox. Our hits 299, Alex Sarr on the court side, Cade Cunningham, lowest stars of Stephen Curry, and OG Anunoby. And our lowest number hitter to break, a nice gold 9 out of 10, Paul George. All right, that's our break. We got to get out of the way and get ready for the next one. See you guys on the other side. Have a good night.